Hi, this is Cheryl with Sea Spirit Tarot, and I am here to do my daily lesson on the Thoth deck, of which has turned into a continuing story that I think applies to me as well as the mass consciousness as I go through this. But it is just awesome. I've just been having a blast. So yesterday we had a 10 of coins disc, which is actually an alchemical card. All elements present for that. And it was a 10 with a big swollen bottom with the caduceus on it. The Malkuth of the earth with the caduceus of the Kundalini. Then we had just the overflowing, sciated, out of control, into the road for the cups suit. And then we had the Queen of Disc, who was beginning material, representing the ambition of matter to take part in the work of creation. So today, we get the Aeon. And this replaced the Judgment card in the other decks. This is the new Aeon. There's been 3 Aeons. The last one was Osiris and Isis. This one, there's some of the scholars say it began in 1904 in Egypt, and the earth was cleansed by fire, which I'm taking this to be an energetic fire, because I do. So this is Horus, and this is Horus is on the throne. This is the age of Horus, the age of Aquarius. I'm sorry, my mind and my thing is spinning. And then his brother, who I'm going to call Hippat, and that is not his name, comes up as holding up the firmaments with his finger to his mouth, being quiet and innocent. Versus Horus, age of Horus, is more of a thrusting Mars kind of fire and fury, trump of fire and spirit. Trump of fire spirit. And of course they're under Nuith or Nut or whoever the goddess of creation there. And they're also in a womb, and it's like a light body. And what I wrote down was trump of fire and spirit, spirit of the primal fire. This is us waking up to our new awareness, to go into the center of who we are, to remember that we are remembering, putting ourselves back together. And this is because everything's out of control here, out of balance. It is out of balance, and it has to come in and be cleaned up. The concentration of political power, the improvements in travel, education, communication, that we are not taking full advantage of, advance in philosophy and science, and the consolidation of religious thought. It's time to, these are twins, and I kind of don't know exactly, I'm just starting out on this, but there's a rebirth here. And this replaces Judgment, where, as he says, all the zombies rise to heaven in their dirty clothes. And astrologically, which is another pathway, and these cards are built with the astrology, Uranus is aspecting all of these things that I spoke of. It rules all of them. And it's having a conversation with every single planet about the restructuring for the new Aeon. Is that just beautiful colors? And the new human. And there may be 2 of us. This whole AI thing is very, very interesting. Now, I think this is kind of cool, because yesterday the first card we had was a bulging disc, which is going to correspond exactly to our third card today. And then our second card was the oversighted cups. But now we have Saturn has come into Pisces, and he's come in in the first 10 degrees, which means he's cardinal. He's in charge. He's the boss. And Pisces is like, whatever. This card kind of gave the name indolent. Now, I'm kind of indolent about when is all this going to get underway and us get going, you know? When is it going to be happening? And also this card kind of bugs me. This is some shadow work here. This is my birth card. And I am pretty indolent. It's like, do it, just do it, let's go, or don't do. So anyway, after here we come into the new Aeon. We're really looking at ourselves, really looking at where we're dried out, over-institutionalized, over-propagandized. All the things the structures that we have been forced to believe in that have given us guilt and all that control. And then the third card, and I didn't do this, Crowley indicates this is a party that was planned and it's all ready to go, but the guests didn't show up. I still don't quite understand that. I think I'm blocking that. And our third card is this beautiful Princess of Disc, who provides the base for the Ace of Disc. Now the Disc is the lowest suit, and on the Tree of Life, the Princess is the lowest court card, and she is pregnant with all of those 4 suits of elements above her. She is the lowest of the low. And she holds that disc, which I think is the same, I just noticed that, it's on the Rosy Cross, which gives them that, they're 3, 12, and whatever that, 3, 7, and 12 of all the mathematics of it, because it represents like the zodiac and the elements and the 3 words of Yahweh, or I don't have that down. Getting there. So with her ace, she rules Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, which are the first 3 signs in the zodiac chart, which are I am, you know, giving life, communicating, and sense of self. She's the rose of the palace of earth. She's the princess and empress of the gnomes. I need to study the gnomes, but I got to thinking after yesterday's bringing it up that aren't those the guys that ate all those red mushrooms every New Year's Eve, you know, the ones that saw Santa fly in a sleigh, how the reindeers fly? Ayahuasca is the thing now. It was mescaline and acid in my era. Strong and beautiful, brooding as if to become aware of a secret wonder. Pregnant with all potential of all possible possibilities and the keys to perpetuating the life of the universe. Round and round the wheel we go to climb the tree. So, summing this up is kind of hard for me. I think yesterday's reading and today's reading went together so well because with the the 10 of cups, this is the 10 of disc, as low as you can get. The 10 is the 10, and then the princess is pregnant with it all. With it all. So we need to be earthy. And we do need that. We need to be present. We need to be here now, not be letting our mind running out all over. Because the new age is upon us and we are part of it, and we all need to raise our vibrations and our magnetics. And they're raising anyway with the Schumann resonance, with the solar flares, with these crystal energy portals, with all these rainbows of colors and jewels. And there will be a better way. And the one to follow this will be the one of Matt. But we're here to midwife this one in and get things cleaned up. Now I know when I was a young hippie, in college, my parents told me if I just would wait, I would see how it would be better. The things that were the conspiracy theories of which I was bitching about. And this is it. This is where we are in our society. It's indolent to the new beginnings. But with all the planetary aspects, it is here right now. You will have an experience. All potential exists there. It's going back into the center of ourselves. And it is nature-based to enlighten. No. So the next card, the Aeon card, is healing. Healing is our remembering. R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R-I-N-G. Remembering. That's your Aeon star card for your neurotransmitters. The other card that came up is that got gorgeous green love or what? Love is the way. The answer to the frequency. The frequency to get there is love. The capacity to give and receive love. Allow with grace and ease. I'm not there yet. But that's where I'm heading here in my retirement. Wholeness. Ganesh, wholeness. When we went through the wall of fire and left the home, we shattered into a million pieces. And we're putting all those pieces and aspects back together. And we've been through so many lives, you know, from Sumerian and Atlantean. And we're all just the same people, just reincarnating. I just watched a really cool thing of the royals, how they're just the same people reincarnating to work out their karma. And this is one that was based on, you know, what's going on now with what's going on across the water. And the shaman card is home. We find a home within ourselves. We've all been looking for home. And home is heaven on earth. And home is within us. Returning into the center of myself. I know. I am that I am, and I know that I know. So, that's my Thoth reading. I'm studying a lot, but it's a lot. But I just love it because it ties so much stuff I've been studying for so long all together, and that just makes it fun. Love is the answer. Many blessings to everybody. Have a fabulous afternoon. Bye-bye.